Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. Back with another video a day to this channel hits 100K, and that's what we're here to talk about. Today is the 93rd video in a row, and I wanted to do a little update. I actually did this at 60 days, and I'm probably going to carry on with this trend, sharing with you guys, pulling back the curtain a little bit more about how this is working out for the growth of the channel. But again, it's exhausting. I did just see this week that Dave Sparks, Diesel Brothers, that whole crew, started posting a video a day, but they travel with a cameraman, an editor, a whole gaggle of people.
Which is completely true. I'm in the vehicle that we bought last night and I'm editing the video on the spot, on the road.
This is just me, and I'm not entirely sure how long I can keep up because I actually do want to get out and do some more ambitious stuff. But when I have to get a video out every single day, it's really difficult to start booking flights and driving over to California to film because, again, it's really hard to add in travel on top of having to keep up. So I might get to a point where I need to stop just to be able to do some more ambitious stuff, but right now I don't want to. So let me share with you guys some of the data here, because I know as somebody before I got into this YouTube space, I was always really interested to know, like, how much are these people making? What kind of views do they get? I've always been interested, so I'll share with you. I'll break this down to the last 90 days of how this channel has grown compared to the 90 days before that, when I wasn't posting a video a day, when I was still struggling to just get videos out because I also had a full-time job. For any of you guys who are new here, I just went full-time YouTube just recently, so this has been a really interesting learning curve for me. So the 90 days before I started posting a video a day, this channel had seen 471,000 views, which is pretty good for a channel that was hovering around 60 some odd thousand subscribers. Those are pretty decent views. Well, in the last 90 days, it's gone over 3x of that. Posting a video a day has seen this channel get 1,547,341 views as I'm filming this video. Again, that's over 3x growth doing a video a day. So again, the big picture, it's really undeniable that this is really panning out to get more views. But we are also making the push to 100,000 subscribers. A lot of people ask, like, why bother 100K? What's the reason behind that? Well, honestly, it is a vanity metric, but it's also a metric that it shows that people care what you're doing and they want to kind of go along for the ride. But 100K to me is also a number that I've always thrown out to people when they said, like, hey, that channel, you're doing pretty good with that. What would it take to get full-time? What would it take for that to be like a full-time gig? And I always just threw out, like, I think 100,000 subscribers is the point where the channel, when you publish a video, it's naturally going to get a bunch of views. And then when it gets a bunch of those views, the algorithm knows what to do with that video and it will surface it to more people. So that really is kind of the subscriber number. But for me, that 100,000 subscriber plaque is a culmination of 9 years of work that I've put into this channel in varying degrees of seriousness. But this last 90 days has been the most serious. So subscribers, the 90 days before I started posting a video a day, we were 1,908 subscribers in that 90-day period. This past 90 days, 8,160 subscribers. So that's over 4 times the subscriber growth on this channel. Now, a really interesting number that I've been kind of paying attention to here, and I say paying attention to, the last time I looked at it was 30 days ago, but subscribers lost. That's a really interesting metric, especially for a channel like mine, who I post content on trucks, motorcycles, side-by-sides, custom PC builds, sim racing, all kinds of different things. Well, in this last 90 days, I've hit every single one of those and several videos in each one of those niches. So I actually thought that I might lose a lot more subscribers being so all over the place with niches. But 90 days before I started posting a video a day, the channel lost 654 subscribers. Well, in the last 90 days, 1,284. So that's double the subscribers. But again, I expected a much larger drop off. So if you look at the overall delta, the 8,160 subscribers gained, that is including the 1,200 lost. So it's the 1,200 lost is a number that I'm actually really quite happy with. I don't want to lose any subscribers, but I also don't get butthurt over it either. I know that YouTube is, it's like the word you means a lot to me in YouTube. I subscribe to a bunch of channels. I also unsubscribe from a bunch of channels. It's just how the natural flows go of watching YouTube content. Sometimes you roll with a channel for 5 years and then one day you're just like, I'm kind of lost interest and you unsubscribe. That's all part of it. So as a viewer, consumer of YouTube, I get it. So I don't really get all that offended by people who unsubscribe. I'm okay with it. I unsubscribe from channels also. Now the big number, revenue. The 90 days before I started posting a video a day, the channel made, this is just AdSense revenue. I also have other revenue streams in terms of affiliate sales, things like that. There's other components, but just AdSense revenue. Every time an ad plays on the channel, YouTube cuts me a fraction of a penny, and that's not exaggerating. Views basically earn a fraction of a penny on those, I guess, overall views, but we're not going to get super deep into it. 90 days before I posted a video a day, $5,801. In the past 90 days, nearly doubled, $10,704. So it's daily uploads don't just build momentum, they build revenue also. And obviously, as somebody who went at this full time recently, that's important. I need to eat, and I like that as well. So I have been trying to do this. I've heard from the comments of people who say like, oh, man, every time somebody goes full-time in YouTube, their channel loses a little something. And I'm trying really hard to maintain authenticity. And I'm actually really happy that I have a lot of different things that I cover, because I think a lot of times when you watch a YouTuber go full-time and they only focus on one niche, really, really quickly, like we'll use the motorcycle space as an example. Once channels explode, you might have started following them because they owned a motorcycle. Well, their channel blows up, they buy another motorcycle. Then they go full time, they buy a third motor. Next thing you know, they've got 4 motorcycles they own themselves. They've got press bikes coming in. They're out on every single press launch. And you get to a point where you're just like, I don't feel like I resonate with that person anymore. So what I am very proud of with this channel is that I've put my head down and fought through the you need to niche down argument, which isn't wrong. It's the easier way to do it. I'm taking the harder path. But because I'm covering so many different niches, trucks, side-by-sides, motorcycles, all that stuff, I can dive in and out of each one of them without ever having to overly exploit any of them to a point where I don't feel authentic anymore. And I'm hoping I'm able to keep that up. It's a goal of mine. It's something I always keep in the back of my head. I want to go on a bunch of press events, but I don't want to do them all for the same niche over and over and over again. I want you guys to feel like you're on this journey with me, and it's something that it's really hard to convey that in a way that I think you guys would understand, but it's important to me. So what surprised me, I'd say it didn't really surprise me, but it always surprises me, are in the last 90 days, the videos that do the best are some of the videos that I don't think will perform well at all. When I did that GPS tracker video, that thing blew up almost immediately. And I knew that it had a potential of that happening, but I've gotten so used to posting a video and then it just kind of peters out and does whatever. I was really surprised with how crazy that one went. But even the older evergreen content kept pulling in views, and it proves that like a backlog of content, and by the way, evergreen is like old videos that always do really, really well, evergreen content. So having a very large catalog, I mean 700 videos, there's always something for viewers who are watching this video to get recommended another video of mine that kind of falls into their viewing patterns. So having that old backlog also helps quite a bit. Now, again, watching the subscribers rise despite posting so many different niches is like a proof that my audience is appreciating that authenticity. So that's kind of how I weigh out. I pay attention to every comment that comes across on this channel. I can't respond to all of them, but I can assure you, I read every single comment on this channel. That helps really prove to me that what I'm doing is working, but the numbers are like the real metric. It's really to measure and let me know that like it's working. So not every day is going to be super exciting. Some uploads barely move the needle at all, and that's okay. That's why I love posting a video a day, because for me, I don't hyper focus on failing videos. I don't think any video is a failure, to be honest with you. Every video is like testing the waters. The sim racing stuff is actually doing way better than I thought it was going to, which is exciting for me because it's something I do enjoy. But a lot of times you're just kind of throwing videos out there that fit your overall vibe of your channel and kind of seeing what happens. But it is very clear that the algorithm does reward consistency, even with a channel that's kind of all over the map, and that's exciting for me to see. So a little word of advice for other content creators who are watching this thing and like, man, first of all, could I ever do a video a day? It's hard, but yeah, you can. You absolutely can. You do not need to make a perfect video every day. You just need to keep showing up. And in my assessment of this whole situation is that I don't care, you could be the most boring person on planet Earth. You should have 10 minutes of something to talk about every day that you can kind of put a video out there for the world to consume. And really, you're just kind of one upload away from that big hit, and you really don't know what it might be. It's always amazing to me what videos blow up and what ones die on the vine that honestly you kind of thought maybe we're gonna do something. So, you know, a lot of times it can feel like nobody is watching, and it gets to, like, you get really hypercritical of the numbers. Posting a video a day removes you a little bit from that because you don't have time to really dwell on the numbers. But when you start doing a video a day, you do start to kind of see if you can zoom out a little bit and see that, like, the data shows you are building something special and it's worthy of keeping up with. So I want to thank you guys a ton for sticking with me on this video a day journey. Without you guys, none of this stuff is possible. It means the world to me that you guys are here and kind of rolling with me. It's really awesome, and it's an experience that's really hard to describe from this side of the camera. What has been your favorite video out of this entire series? Drop a comment down below. What are some video ideas that you might have for me? I love having comments roll through that trigger an idea where I can pick the camera up and go and make that video that day. That's super rewarding. So let me know in the comments down below, what are some other videos you would like to see me make in this series? I would like to start doing a little more travel. So again, I don't know how long I can keep this up, but I'm certainly going to give it a shot. Maybe I can travel, and I don't know, it's adding an awful lot of extra components to that workload. But I don't know, let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? With that said, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow.